The mysterious birth chart of Hillary Clinton, born October 26th of 1947. Here are the 12 houses of the chart, and this, of course, is the ascendant-descendant line. This is the horizon line at birth. Planets up here would be above the Earth versus down below the Earth. She was born at the stroke of midnight. Several biographical sources say stroke of midnight, so that means the sun in her chart is down in this area, and down here we have Venus and Mercury. I gave an extra ear onto Venus that she shouldn't have had, and they are in about 15 and 21 degrees of Scorpio. She is a Scorpio. And then, let's see, Jupiter is off here by itself. Jupiter's practically unaspected, which is odd because Jupiter's the most benefic planet in the horoscope, and for it not to have major aspects is troublesome. Also, the sun. The only thing the sun seems to be doing in her chart is it's opposing the midheaven, and that could show problems relating to men at some point or with her own father. And what's interesting, what's good actually, is the moon is in a good aspect with Mercury and a good aspect with Venus. It's called a trine. These are both trines. 120-degree aspect shows a harmonious development between the energies of the moon and the Venus planet and Mercury. And Mercury is the mind. The mental ruler. Venus has to do a lot with hobbies and other types of womanly issues. So there's a double female influence with Venus in Scorpio aspecting Moon in Pisces, and that I attribute her ability to sway and influence and enjoy women with that. So and she works on causes. The causes are very clear here. Fourth house causes having to do with the home, the family, and the children. But we've got a woman with two faces that she has. She has this face that most people see and recognize, and then she's got this Leo rising, which is the ascendant in about 18 degrees of Leo. And there we find that Mars and Pluto are in a conjunction. Now Mars is in 13 degrees, Pluto's in 14 degrees. Very nice tight conjunction, very powerful combination of the energies of this kind of masculine drive and ambition and aggression and war and stuff, that Mars has together with Pluto, which intensifies Mars tenfold. I mean, she could have been easily, like a military person or police or something like that. Someone who wants to seek and maintain control over others with this Mars-Pluto thing. But then, even more striking is the fact that Saturn, the great malefic planet Saturn, is also rising in about 21 degrees of Leo. So you've got Mars rising, Pluto rising, Saturn rising, Mars conjunction Pluto, Mars conjunction Saturn. And these are both outer planets. Their conjunction is not quite so important. But these energies are so potent and so powerful that it can't help but almost overload the system. I just mean that the energy has to do with the accumulation of power and anger and the frustration that must have. I mean, eventually something like that would have an effect either on the mind or on the body. Curiously, Pluto has some very bad aspects. It has squares to both the Mercury and the Venus here, and Pluto square Venus, Pluto square Mercury take away a lot of the positive energy that these would naturally have. So I believe that she had a bad childhood, and I believe that she was terribly affected by harmful influences as she was growing up, and that these only got worse over a period of time. Saturn is in a bad aspect also to Mercury, so that particular aspect shows that she's not particularly well liked in her speeches or in her books or things like that she has. I believe this may account for why she has not been able to get the Democratic nomination back in 2008, 2012. Now she's trying again in 2016, but I just don't know. This is a weird chart for someone to be the president of the United States. Some things in it just don't work. For example, Jupiter, as I said, this is a very positive planet. It has to do with goodness, benefic energy. What is it doing in its chart? It's not really doing much of anything here. There's another planet here, Uranus, and Uranus is kind of an anarchistic and, kind of very utopian planet, and it's in a bad aspect with the moon, and with the moon in a bad aspect to Uranus, that also brings out the problems that she's had with Bill, and with the fact that she does not have a calm and peaceful marriage, and her sex life, the 8th house sex life, is also kind of scrambled. Now, with this good aspect of the moon and Venus and Mercury, I think maybe there's some bisexuality there also, so that's interesting to look at some point. Well, I'm just very puzzled over this because I think the chart is powerful, but it's intensely divided into this side, and nothing really works in this chart. Nothing really works harmoniously, and I just wonder if there's going to be a presidency here, if it's going to be successful or not. Thank you.